Hello and welcome to the second video in this FTMO challenge series. This series is going to be me documenting my journey going from an inconsistent, non-profitable, and undisciplined trader, turning myself into a consistently profitable trader who's getting consistent payouts with FTMO. So that's the goal right now. All right, so I'm going to stop the video right there because I definitely did not follow my rules. Everything that I set up for myself, everything that I told myself I needed to do to become a successful trader, I pretty much did the opposite. Over trading, over leveraging, trading randomly, trading at work. It didn't take me more than 3 days to pretty much blow the account. So back to square one, I guess. I'm gonna dive into it and tell you guys exactly what happened, but just so you know, I'm still working on it. Still working to get that psychology down packed, and it's tough. It is tough. I gotta ask myself, how badly do I really want this? How badly do I really want to achieve these goals? Because right now it's looking like I'm just having fun. You know what I mean? I convince myself that it's okay to break my rules, and then I proceed to break them consistently and never get back on track. It's not to say I break them here and then I'm on track the next day. Once I break them, it's pretty much everything's out the window. So how bad do I really want this? Let's dive into what happened. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to walk you guys through this, but it's gonna be tough because a lot of this is a hot mess of trades. So this one is textbook. This was basically a pullback with New York volume. Price was moving bearish on the higher time frames. We had a pullback, so price pushed upwards, and I took basically a confirmation of resistance and took it back to the lows. So we had all those previous rejections here. I just want to see price retest that area. If it didn't and start to break higher, that would have been my signal to get out. So here we are. We didn't get much of a pullback, not much drawdown, straight down, textbook trade, in and out. That should have been where I called it a day. I did not call it a day. Instead, I went for trade 2. Trade 2, basically trade 3 or 4, whatever it might be, because I did take some trades on the way down here thinking, okay, I want to, basically where I got out of my trade, I want to get back in for a buy. So I said I was going to play with the profits. At this point now, I've pretty much given back a lot of the profits, and I'm still looking for that reversal. I have my stops at the lows where price is likely to reverse from, and that's pretty much where I should have taken my entry. Yeah, so we're just watching it play out right now. It's not going well. At this point, I'm probably frustrated and thinking, oh man, I should have just waited. I should have just waited for price to hit this point. Why am I in these trades? And you can see I'm doing the same thing over and over, and it's not really working. I'm in autopilot at this point. I'm just going. I know it's going to work at some point, and that's all I'm focused on. When is it going to work? As long as I have some leeway, I'm going to keep taking these buys. And that's pretty much what I kept doing, taking buys until it worked out in my favor. Now, this one pushed up for, I think, about 17 pips. Not much, but it did give me some profit, and that was enough to keep me trading. Obviously, I know I should have been done for the day. I shouldn't have been continuing to trade, but I did. I got stopped out in profit, and price moved back down to those lows, and I got right back into another buy, where this was actually quite a good trade in the sense of profit, but at the same time a bad trade because it breaks a lot of my rules. Yeah, price pushed up significantly and put me up, I think, about 5% in the span of 15 minutes. Yeah, and I just held it to my take profit. I was able to manage the trade pretty well. When I'm in profit, it's easy to manage trades. When I'm not, that's where the difficulty comes in. So yeah, I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people. And after this, I ended up closing and jumping into a sell. So you can see here now, I'm about to jump into a sell from this resistance point, that pink line. And I actually ended up going up about 7.5%, which was great. I could have had it where it's like, okay, I broke every single rule, but at least I ended up with 7.5%, and I can finish this challenge. with correct risk management, knowing that I have 7.5 to risk. But that was not the case. I continued to trade. I continued to lose my ish, and yeah, just out of control, man. No sense of discipline, no sense of risk management, just going. And yeah, you'll see how long I held this one for. This one, I think I went for about negative 32 pips, which pretty much gave back all the profits, put me back at break even, I believe. So yeah, it was not even kinda, it was a very bad move. So let's sit here. We're gonna have a little bit of a real talk. I'm turning off my car. It's crazy to me that I can make the same mistake over and over and over and over again and realize it. I can write it down. I can video document it. I can talk to people and vent about it. I can do so much. But then I can come back to the market and make the same exact mistake again, knowing that it led to the same result each and every time. Each and every time. As a person who has not received a payout from FTMO, I can tell you exactly why that happens. Because of one of about 3 reasons. Either I am over risking, I am over trading, as in staying at the market for hours and hours, looking for opportunities. Either I'm in profit and still looking for opportunities to get more profit, or I'm down for the day and looking to get back up. So, and then the other one is basically same thing. I guess it's the same thing as over trading. It would be revenge trading. Sorry, I had to cough. But yeah, revenge trading. Just making impulsive decisions, you know, not waiting for setups to happen, not waiting for the proper entries. There are so many times where I told myself, okay, I'm going to wait for price to get to this key level. This is where I want to enter my trade, at this key level, this price point. And price would start to, you know, would print, okay, so let's say I'm waiting for price to go down. I'm waiting for price to go down to, let's say, 185, right? And price is at 185.600, right? Sorry. And I'm waiting for it to go to 185.5 flat. My throat's dry. Got a cough again. Price will start moving in my direction. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm patient, waiting. Now all of a sudden, price starts moving upwards. And I'm like, okay, it's printing like a rejection candle. And I'm like, okay, you know, this might be something. So now 5-minute candle closes as a rejection. So you got the long wick at the bottom, and then the body on top looks something like that, right? Like this is the body of the candle, and this is the wick. So something like that. And I'm like, okay, nice rejection. Let's see what the next candle does. The next candle starts to push up right away. I'm like, okay, enter. We're getting in on this reversal. Price pushes up, rejects, comes down and breaks below that previous candle. And it's like, damn. And now this is where I should exit. But I don't exit because now something in here switches. You know, I know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it to get to 185, but it's too late because I've already messed up my psychology. My mind is not there where I can adjust like that on the fly. Once I get in and I'm in the trade, that is what I'm holding on to, you know? So I'm holding on to that thinking like, well, it might not go down to 185 now. Now I've gone from, yes, I'm waiting for 185 to, it's probably not going to go to 185. I think it's going to reverse somewhere before 185 and start pushing up. And of course, price goes down to 185. And where do I close my trade? I close my trade at 185, down 3%, 4%, whatever it might be. And price hits 185 and starts going back up, right? Or I hold because I'm like, okay, price is at 185 now. This is where I want it to reverse from. I think that it should reverse from here and we should be good. And of course, price pushes 10 pips below 185. I say, no, I can't hold this any longer. I get out the trade. Get out the trade for a way bigger loss than I should have ever taken. And then price goes and does what I wanted to do originally. And it's like, I know these things, yet I still fall into the trap that I set for myself, because the market's not doing it. I'm doing it. I'm responsible for everything that I do. The market doesn't force me to take any trades. It gives me a signal and I either execute on it or I don't. My throat is so dry right now. I'm coughing. I don't have any water in here, but yeah, so I won't make this video too long because yeah, I do have a dry throat and it doesn't make sense to keep on going because I'm gonna have to pause and cough and pause and cough.
But yeah, I just want to give you guys an update. So I'm hoping, like at one point I was thinking I don't want to post anything because like I came into this saying that I want to follow my rules and I'm going to follow my rules, and I definitely didn't. I blew the account within 3 days, 4 days, and yeah, it was from the max daily loss. And it's sad, man. It's sad, but it's also real. Like, I want to share the real journey that I'm going through, and this is what I'm doing. And hopefully, you know, somebody will look at this when I make it. When I make it, somebody will look back on this and say, okay, this is where this guy's coming from. And this seems similar to my journey, man, because I watched some guys on YouTube. Shout out to Matt, shout out to Stretch Effects. I watched those guys on YouTube. And it's encouraging to see those guys because it's like we're at similar places in our journey. You know, some of us have had payouts. Matt has had payouts. Me and myself, and also Stretch Effects, who I watch, have not had any payouts, right? So we're at different places in our journeys, but at the same time, it's all relatable because we struggle with the same things, man. It's the psychology, that being able to pull yourself out of the moment and step back and look at it and say, am I making the right decision for myself for the long run, the long-term success? Not in the moment. Am I making the right decision for my long-term success? Is this what compounding is? You know what I'm saying? The problem with me is that I don't believe, not that I don't believe, I haven't accepted that the compound effect is what I need to be successful. I want to be able to build a mindset where I have a mindset for success, not just with trading, but business in general. I want to be able to understand compounding, understand that I can build an empire in the long run if I'm patient, right? If I'm taking small moves, making small gains, not saying, how can I make $1 million in 3 months? No, how can I get into a business that might make me $10,000 in the first 3 months, $20,000 in the first year, but over the next 10 years can pull me in 5.3, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I don't want to be in a quick, you know, like pump and dumps. If you're wherever in crypto, you know, or I'm sure there's other markets that have that, but crypto was big for it. Pump and dumps. You know what I mean? Price will shoot up and you can make 100% in a day, but it drops 100% or 200% at the end of the day, right? So if you're in it and you're up, if you had $100,000, by the end of it, you're down $100,000 if you friggin' stayed in it, you know what I mean? So I don't want quick money. I want to be able to have patience and wait and understand that the compounding effect is something that's real. So yeah, man, if you're watching this and you're at a similar place in your journey, stick with it, bro. I'm gonna stick with it. This is not gonna be my last video. There's another video coming. I'm gonna keep trading. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna work, get a paycheck, reanalyze, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get back into it. But right now, stepping back, just gonna chill for a little bit, and I'll catch you in another one. I'm gonna put some film up too with this, so you'll be able to see how I was trading. But for now, I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll probably have a video up in the next week or two, maybe 2 weeks. I might do a back testing video, you know what I mean? Something like that. So, you know, stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the content. Peace out.